This one is called February Dark and Cold. Based on an account, a very sparse account, again a very young woman. Women at the Well first came across her when she was 15 and she was being sold for sex on the streets of King's Cross. They provided her with help. They supported her to return to her family at her request that time, and her family is described as living in a northern town. In a very short time, she's back in London, she's back on the streets and very vulnerable to further exploitation. So this time by now she's got serious problems with both drugs and alcohol, and she ends up in prison for a while. She's in and out of prison actually, and then one of the times when she leaves prison, she again contacts Women at the Well for help. And this is an image of her being arrested. And Women at the Well provide her with support to get her at least into sheltered housing of some sort, and also to get help with the drug and alcohol addiction. So here she is with her key worker, her helper at Women at the Well, and she's remembering the child. At some point she has a child. As I said, the account is extremely sparse, it's very disjointed, it's not always easy to tell what the chronology of the different events are, but all these things have happened to her between the ages of 15 and about 17. So she is very young indeed. And she describes being on the streets in King's Cross. She describes the cold and the damp and the violence. And it is actually the violence that led to her being arrested. One of those frustrating situations where it's a girl being arrested and not the perpetrators. Again, it's broken and rebuilt with the gaps showing so that you can glimpse the images inside, and the images on this one inside are really quite vague, showing not only her past but also her present. What becomes clear from this young woman is that this process for her is quite far from over. She's very much still in the process of finding her way out of this very exploitative situation and putting her life back together.